Hi everyone, my name is Clara, and I'm the director of Undertale 202X. Yeah, it's been a long while since you last heard from me, and as of now, Undertale 202X is now 3 years old. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Time flies when you're having fun, am I right? I guess that's what I'm going to talk about today. How did Undertale 202X come to be? Let's backtrack to late 2019 when I was scrolling through my YouTube feed. I saw that one of my internet friends, Akemi Stormborn, had uploaded the first part of her Undertale pacifist playthrough. Now she and I first knew each other through a shared love of a mobile game that came out just a year before, Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, and I've kept up with her YouTube channel for quite some time. We've even chatted a lot over Tumblr messaging. So when I saw this upload I thought, maybe I can check it out. I was probably one of the few people stuck under a rock when it came to anything Undertale related. At the time the game came out, I was a struggling second-year university student. And I didn't even know much about Undertale except for the names Frisk and Sans, and something to do with a red heart. Yeah, that was how limited my knowledge of Undertale was back then. So I ultimately kept up with Akemi's Undertale uploads, probably one of the few people to do so. And the game definitely piqued my interest, to the point where in September 2020, I got the game on my laptop and began to play myself. I got the trial version first and I killed Toriel in it, please don't kill me! Anyway, I played my own pacifist run of it, and I remember documenting a few bits of it with a screen recorder and even showed a few of my favorite shots to Akemi, and soon enough I was hooked. That was when I realized how this game became so popular and why it's so beloved by players old and new. Not only were the characters super relatable and the flavor text on another level of witty and hilarious, but the music drew me into the atmosphere and the puzzles were fun to solve on top of the creative and unique monsters we encountered along the way. By the time I finally beat Asriel in the Pacifist Showdown and comforted him in the final moments, I had to give the creator such applause. There was truly a kind of magic in this game that made me laugh, cry, smile, maybe even shout in frustration as I kept dying. But the determination I felt to pull through was what kept me going, and I could relate to Frisk's overall mission to pull through and never give up. No, I never tried the genocide route and probably never would. I only knew of what happened through watching other YouTubers like Jacksepticeye and 8-Bit Ryan, and once I found out how difficult Sans' Megalovania fight was, I just noped!
Well, get wrecked.
About a month later, I decided out of curiosity to search up Undertale the Musical on YouTube. I thought, well, surely there must be a lot of fan content ranging from fan art to remixes of notable tracks from the game. Maybe someone even made a musical out of it. The first track I heard from Man on the Internet's Undertale the Musical was Reunited. And then that led me to watch a full 4-hour musical, with breaks in between of course, as this one ran way past the average 2-hour runtime than the other stage musicals had. I was impressed by how well it was put together and how true to the story it kept, for the most part, and it was cool to see how something like this could catch wind among a lot of people over the internet. Admittedly, it caught my attention too, especially when I watched the Genocide package and some of the Deltarune Chapter 1 songs they wrote lyrics to as well. It definitely got my attention to the point where I thought maybe I could try making a cover of this on Smule. Now, I'm pretty well known on Smule. It's basically a karaoke app on your phone where you can join other people in singing your favorite songs. And not only do I join collaborations of pop songs, Disney songs, and musical songs with others, but sometimes they host groups where a cast is called together through an audition process with the intent to cover the whole album together. I'd hosted a few of them in the past, ranging from Heathers to Hamilton to Be More Chill, and at the time I had the idea to maybe try an Undertale the Musical cover production. I was in the middle of doing a 6th musical cover production on the app, which mostly finished by the way. Eventually I did my research and saw that there were indeed productions of Undertale the Musical that existed on Smule. Some of them only went halfway, some of them went all the way through, so I began to weigh my options. If I were to create one, what were the chances of people expressing interest in auditioning? And once I got the cast together, would I be able to finish all the tracks? Ultimately, I decided to bite the bullet and go for it. Since it was still very early in the decade, I decided to take advantage of it by using the underground calendar as inspiration. When Frisk first walks into Toriel's home, there was a calendar there with a circled date in the year of 201X. So then I thought, if this group was going to take a while to put everything together, then we need to use a name that could last a whole decade, if not longer. So that was where the 202X part of the name came from. As for the original Undersmule name, well, I wouldn't call it original, I just kind of smashed the name of the app with the Undertale beginning. Undertale, Undersmule, you get it? Yeah. Anyway, On March 1st, 2021, I opened a casting call through a Smule freestyle track, where I outlined the basics of the group, requested information from interested members, and opened songs for character auditions. From time to time, I updated everyone with progress on how the auditions were going, or even callbacks depending on the day, and what was happening on my end, all while keeping in touch with some of the members who have posted Undertale the musical productions in the past. One member actually suggested that I write up harmonies, since a friend of hers did for her production a while back. Even though I didn't initially want to do harmonies, I eventually decided maybe I can give that a shot. And I will do a separate video on how the harmonies came about and how I wrote all the harmonies for the big chorus tracks. Over the next 3 weeks, the group soon gained more traction than I initially thought it would. 28 people in total expressed interest in the group, and that was more than enough for me to finalize callbacks on the cast list. And by the time I got the group together, something told me that this would be an amazing group to work with. Needless to say, I was not disappointed. The cast members are all so much fun to interact with and work with, and even in the first couple of days when I gave everyone time to bond before recording started, I could see how much excitement and love they had for this cover production to flourish. I was even surprised that many of them have worked on Undertale content in the past, and some of the members even knew each other from other collaborations too. It gave me hope knowing that this group was definitely headed in the right direction. By the time recording started and I laid down the harmony bass layers for the first number, Once Upon a Time, that was when I got a nudge from a cast member to put our cover on YouTube. I wouldn't lie, I was hesitant at first. I did not expect this group to launch itself onto a big platform like YouTube, and I wasn't sure if I was allowed to put covers on the musical tracks there. But eventually we went for it. And with a little bit of help, we were able to secure a good team of artists and video editors to help bring the covers to life. With every song on the track list, I always ensured that everyone put their best foot forward, and to also be inspired and creative in whatever they produce. I can safely say that covering the musical was no easy feat, and I certainly did not expect the group to grow the way it did. But looking back on all of it now, there's a feeling of gratitude that sweeps right through me each time I look at one of our videos or listen to one of our covers on Smule again. It definitely brings a lot of hope and joy knowing that our cover group has impacted so many, and even brought some nostalgia to those who have heard the original Undertale the musical a lot. So, from the bottom of my heart, I truly want to say thank you to everyone who has been our support over the last couple of years, whether it was through Smule or through YouTube or even both. Over time, we had some group members depart, and there are also some new members that came in to the team. But our goal has always been the same, to produce memorable Undertale content and make music and memories together as a group, and to share our love of Undertale with everyone in the Undertale fandom community. We all hope that you'll be looking forward to the new content that will be coming your way soon, and yeah, here's to many more years of Undertale 202X.